Our train reactor spitting fire. The NFT and Eliza diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From your mint coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Where's the tree to show you where to excel? He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web, he's always in the know. Crypto community, vibing where the treasures blow. Web3 wonders, chain reactors.
Yo, good morning, guys. Mega GMs. It's Friday, February 14th. It's Valentine's Day, man. Happy Valentine's Day. I fucking love you guys. I do. I actually do. I'm excited for today. I haven't had a Valentine in a while. Like, being really honest, how do I say this? Not to get too personal, but my wife is the fucking best. The fucking best. Excited to go hang out with her later. Do some dinner. You know, like, spend some good quality time. Like, maybe get my ass away from the computer for a few minutes, but she's fucking amazing. Letting me do my thing here. Like, the amount, you guys know the amount of time I'm here, working and hanging and streaming and just whatever goes into, you know, full-time Web3, which is such a treat, dude. She's the greatest ever. I might get her ass on stream one day too, which would be a blast. Maybe even for Valentine's Day. That'd be cool. Choin, I see you over on YouTube. Good morning, brother. It's great to see you. Happy Friday. TGIF is fuck, for real. Man, a lot happening. Like always, a lot to talk about. E-Rock. Yeah, I'm with you, dude. I hope, hope the market shows us all some love today. How great would that be? We need it. We absolutely need it. Prince of Pengu, thank you very much. Hang on. Let me see that other name. Festalero? Dude, I like that. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, too. Let's do it, man. China, dude, right? I think all of our significant others putting up with our crazy shit are awesome. Also, your husbands, wives, whatevers, they get crypto, don't they? Yeah, like, how often are you impressed by them, like, having a conversation with you? You're talking to them about this stuff. And, like, over the years now, it's clicking for them, isn't it? They can, like, have a conversation with you about this madness, and you can say stuff to them that, like, a stranger would look at you crooked, right? But they get it. If that's not a sign of how fucking awesome they are, I don't know what is. It's the best. And now my kids are starting to do that too. Like, they get it. Actually, and they're warming up to it too, which is great. And I've told you guys before, and I'll move on. But I've told you, like, my middle girl especially is, like, into this stuff. She has to check her wallet balance every day. Like, she's into it. And my son found out about Pengu, like, without me telling him anything about it. Like, they're in. Next generation's coming, man. And we will responsibly dump on their heads. We got to be good to them, but our exit liquidity's coming. John J, good morning. Murray, good morning. Hi, guys. Hey, smash the like on the show. Let me drop a link to Abstract over on YouTube and on X, because, yes, we're streaming in all those places, on Abstract, on X, on YouTube here on SlamX Official. Hey, man, we're ramping up the AI show. I'm having fun with it. It's different, still finding the flow, right? We're still doing it. Have some really cool guests coming there. So some really awesome builders in the AI ecosystem and names you've heard of. So I'm excited to start bringing you some big time quality guests that are very AI focused. Might have a great guest today. We're working out that. If it's not today, it's going to be next week. But I should have two awesome guests for you next week. I'm not going to spoil it yet, although I gave you a little spoiler yesterday. Looking forward to it. So again, subscribe here, SlamX Official, just so you don't miss any of that. And of course, follow us on X at CryptoSlam.io. Our flagship AI agent, that news is coming imminently. Had a great meeting last night with one of the biggest teams out there, infrastructure-wise, across any ecosystem. You could guess who that might be. We are launching on Base, so you could probably figure out who that might be. Great chat. Really excited about what's coming. So the Swarm _ AI. That is our first agent that's going to be trading out there. Dates coming soon. Dates really coming soon. Follow along here so you're on top of that. And then finally, you can follow the entire Slam ecosystem. It's an AI launch pad, an agent launch pad, a blockchain for data, guys. It's a lot of incredible stuff. Slam AI _XYZ. Check us out there. Light paper you can find here. SlamAI.xyz. Man, let's do it. All right, we talked about this yesterday, and details started coming right at the end of our show. It is CZ getting into the meme coin game, not dropping a meme coin himself, by the way, right? I think we were expecting that he's not going to drop a coin, but he did drop his dog picture, and he did drop the name of his dog. It's a crazy-ass name, by the way. Sorry, it's a weirdo name. I think CZ's a pretty strange guy. Maybe I kind of expected that. But his doggy, cute dog, named Broccoli. Actually, what breed is his dog? Did he say that in here? Actually, maybe we checked the picture and maybe one of you could probably figure that out. Like a I'm sure we got a dog person here, right? Is that a German Shepherd? Anyway, there's CZ. There's this dog. Dog's named Broccoli. And then the meme coin madness. Just crazy. Just crazy. Moonship, yes, base. Tokens dropping on base. Reminder, too, you can farm that token. Giving it away for free right now. Go farm the bull in Telegram. And your bull equals swarm. 1-1, right? If you've got a million bull, you've got a million swarm. And there could be utility for bull down the road, too. So it's great you're getting 2 tokens out of farming it right now. So just a heads up there. A Belgian something. It's a beautiful dog, man. I want a dog so bad. I made a couple goals for this cycle, and I tell people, like, set goals. Have like your game plan, right? A Malinois or a Malnese. Cute. It's a beautiful dog. I made a couple goals this cycle. Get 1 full Bitcoin. CryptoPunk. It's not. I don't know. I hope it's achievable. I don't know if it is, right? But you got to set goals. It motivates your moves. It's get a car. I want a Tesla, and I want a dog. I think they're pretty realistic goals, but I want a dog so badly. I'm in dog mode, and I have been for a good year now. God, what a sidetrack here. Anyway, Broccoli is the dog. And guys, I told you I'm not playing it, and this is exactly why. There's so many Broccoli tokens already. Just look. And I bet you this isn't even a comprehensive list. I'm sure of it. This is probably the limit of what Deck Screener can show on a search, but look at all these Broccoli tokens. And I think everything on the screen here is all literally launched yesterday after we got the dog picture and name. How do you know what to bet on? How do you know? Like, we're all here damn near all day long every day, and even for us, it's hard to tell. And it's a good reminder for people out there who maybe are newer to crypto and trying to find their way here. Hey, make no mistake, people who are here full-time are almost as confused. I mean, it's absolute madness here. That said, you start getting an idea of which is the winner. Which is the one? What's the one that the community is going to adopt? And, Moonship, that's cool. High energy police military dog there. Yeah. It's a beautiful dog. So again, the space is trying to figure out what's the real Broccoli. To me, it makes sense that it's the one launched on BNB. And I do think that's the winner, by the way. CZ also fired off a tweet about one specific coin and then deleted it here. I don't think that's great, by the way. I don't think it's great. Maybe he tweeted the wrong one. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not playing this token, and I'm not really following it much. Reason being is the chaos and the scammers and the snipers, and there's snipers all over this stuff. But the way I play this is if Broccoli does well, if it does well, it can ignite the whole ecosystem, and I feel better just playing everything else. I mean everything, like other animal coins and other AI coin, whatever. If this does well, it's good for the whole meme coin ecosystem. So that's my play here. I'm not touching any of these Broccoli tokens. And that said, some of these cooking. Here's, I think, the BNB Broccoli, 1.5 billion in volume. Hasn't even been 24 hours yet, man. It's pretty damn impressive. It really, really is. That just shows still the potential and the money that's out there, and like the want that people have to get this stuff back. So it's exciting at the very least that there is still that energy out there. Barry, good morning, and Art Caffeine, good morning. Great to see you guys on this beautiful fucking Friday here. But this is the problem, and this is, again, why I didn't touch broccoli. These guys, look, they're good, they're skilled, they're talented, whatever, but this guy's playing a different game, and they've got the tools, and they got a different kind of drive, and they might have a little different information set than us. But you see here, a sniper made almost 28 million bucks. Almost 28 million bucks by sniping that coin right out of the gate. Again, assuming that's the BNB token, and it looks like it is. Yeah, it looks like it's that BNB token. 28 million bucks. These guys are really good. That's your competition. And I often say there's not a lot of competition. The few people out there that are playing that next level thing are very good. And it is very hard to beat those guys. Be aware. Here's that BNB token again. $146 million market cap right now. Got as high as... You know what? Maybe... Now I'm second guessing if this is the token. Hang on. Let's see. I want to see out of the gate. Yeah, this got to... Yeah, okay, I think this is the right one. Out of the gate, over a 400 mil market cap. That's probably the one. Again, I'm not going to touch it. You know, manipulated, all that stuff. Probably going to get some T1 exchange listings, though. And that's the only thing that might change things. If you get a sense or you get a little scoop that those listings are coming, you can certainly play that. Cosmos GM, man. But broccoli, man, it's something to at least keep our eyes on just to help feel out this space here right now. Now, today we got another big coin coming, a big one. This one's another to keep our eyes on for sure. Also not going to play it, but the pain token, Hide the Pain, which is like, it's the best. The Herald Hide the Pain meme is the fucking best. And it should cook. If you guys don't remember the story, this was a pre-sale. It was going on for a 48-hour window, and this is going back just about a week. And if you recall, they raised something like $40 million. Let's say ballpark 40 mil. They ended up saying they're going to refund 80% of that. They didn't need that much money to launch this thing, so refunding it back. People have not gotten their refunds yet, by the way, but still, like it's good of them to do that. So Pain TGE is going to be today. Almost definitely here. And they got great partners here, guys. Memeland's a partner. I am thinking they might have more partners. I'll show you in a second here. But again, keeping our eyes out for this. People asking AIXBT what he thinks about it. Oh, dude, I just caught this. Memeland confirmed backing with Captain NFT holders get airdrops. Okay, so people who are maybe captains just get a default airdrop, but probably part of Stakeland, people are going to get some of this token too, this Pain token. And my brother Confusion here asking if he should just dump this shit. And AIXBT saying, yeah, you probably want to. 270 million market cap on pre-market. If we're in a different kind of market, if we're in that like kind of cook zone, that's nothing, right? We probably expect to see this at 500, maybe a bill, maybe. It's not that market though. We can't even get a Dave Portnoy coin holding, 200 mil market cap. It doesn't happen. Prince of Pengu, thank you, sir. Right, it doesn't happen. I don't think, look, Anime Coin can't hold that level. Pengu is above that. If I remember correctly yesterday, Pengu's still up there. But other than that, man, nothing. So I don't know, a 270 mil market cap right now for a Pain. I would be a seller here too, and expecting when that launches, we look at the chart and it's going to look exactly like we're thinking. Yeah, China. Yep. I didn't know those guys were getting a token too. China's saying bum Stakeland stakeholders snub for Pain, but yeah, I do think they're getting. By the way, China, are you staking there? Volatility, sir. Good morning, man. Yeah, they're going to eat, I hope. But we'll see. Now, this is interesting. Also, again, shout out to Confusion who put this on my radar here. We have NFT Paris going on, right? And there's a lot of people from across this industry on the collector side, on the builder side. A lot of people congregating there, and you're seeing some people together. It starts getting you thinking about maybe partnerships that are happening here. So here's Elizabeth Olsen from Magic Eden on stage chatting with, God, what's his name? The 9gag dude. What's his, not Frank. What's the 9gag CEO's name? Bro, this boomer brain. Good Lord. Oh, and that's Star-Lordy, huh? Wow. It's cool see, putting the faces to names. Really cool. I think that's Star-Lordy. Anyway, does Pain have... Oh, okay. Sorry, rereading this live with you guys. they're talking about it. There's not some kind of integration here. I guess you never know. Here with this stuff. Enfog, good morning. And Choina, nice. 6 million stakes. You expect a good chunk there? Christian Jensen, brother, good morning. Either way, still keep my eye on what's happening in NFT Paris. We've gotten some big announcements out of there. Thinking we still might get some. It's looking interesting. Anyway, we will keep our eye on the pain drop. That's probably coming very soon. It might drop during the show. So if you guys see it, drop it in the comments here. We'll tune right to that. We'll check it out, how it's going, how it's trading. It's good stuff, man. All right, onto the market here. All right, we had this threat of tariffs, right? Yesterday was supposed to be a really big day here. Trump said it was like the day. These retaliatory tariffs, or whatever the word he used. Basically, you fuck us, we fuck you back. It's kind of beautiful. But delaying those tariffs now to April 1st, which, dude, he's such a crazy game player. You got to wonder if that date's picked for, obvious reasons here. April Fool's Day, right? But tariffs that were supposed to be implemented yesterday didn't happen. And it's partially why the market just shrugs this stuff off, right? Thank you guys over on Abstract for the Pangu. Appreciate you all. But it might be why the market's shaking this off. A lot of this is just words. Like words in the press and, posturing and getting leverage over, in these negotiations that are happening. So tariffs not happening yet. We got a good month and a half till they maybe happen here. So interesting to see. Market's looking all right now, guys. Almost back to 97K, our sweet little Bitcoins. ETH at 2,700. Man, ETH, we could spend a whole episode on ETH. It's crazy that 2,700 actually feels pretty good right now. And it's really anything but that, but still. Seeing it over 2,700 has me feeling maybe a little optimistic. Dude, Ripple up over 10% in the past 24 hours. Let me refresh this. This is crazy. Not expecting that. 12% now. Jesus. I don't know what's going on in the Ripple world, but maybe some news dropped there. Maybe. Man, yeah. Ripple cooking. BNB falls under 700. Solana still under 200 here, but up 4.5% in the past 24 hours. Yeah, looking all right now. We'll see how it goes over the weekend. Typically, not the best for our sweet tokens, but we'll keep an eye on that. On the ETF front, rough stretch this week. We have 4 days straight of outflows. This is the Bitcoin ETFs. 156, almost 157 million outflows yesterday. And then on the ETH side, actually a bit better here, 12.8 million in inflows. So we'll watch today. Yes, it's a holiday. No, it's not a banking holiday, so no worries there. But I'm stuck on this. This is one of our, let's see. It's definitely our worst stretch in a couple weeks here. So we'll keep an eye on that. Hey, thank you for the Pangu, man. Appreciate that. This is how I gauge the TradFi kind of audience and how they're feeling about this space. Man, thank you guys. You guys are awesome. We'll see. A new Doge ETF filing. Actually, this is already past filing. This is now the SEC acknowledging those filings. So here's Grayscale's Doge ETF. Again, the SEC acknowledges it, just is a step in that process. We will see a Doge ETF this year, for sure. We'll get the Solana ETF. We'll get a Doge ETF. We'll get Ripple ETFs, Litecoin, Hedera, right? We've got a bunch of ETFs coming. It's great. It's great for this space. It's great to get crypto in people's hands. Not even crypto technically. They're not getting tokens. They're not holding them in a wallet, but it is people getting exposure to this stuff. And next, we got to bring them on chain. We got to lure them on chain. And it's really, honestly, it's meme coins that are going to do that. GameStop, love this. Considering investing in Bitcoin and other cryptos. Love that. They're such a, it's the meme stock, right? Love seeing them lean in this direction. It feels like their leadership team gets it. So, love that. Hong Kong investment firm Avenir discloses almost 600 million Bitcoin ETF holdings. Guys, everybody's coming. Everybody's coming for this Bitcoin. Dude, there is not enough Bitcoin to go around here, right? We're talking about these companies acquiring Bitcoin. We talk about states here in the United States. Are we up to, I think, 21, 22 states pushing to have their own Bitcoin strategic reserve. And this is not even talking at the nation level. The demand for Bitcoin, look, I say it probably every episode, it's not priced in. And I think what we're about to see is going to probably shock most people. It's probably going to blow most people away. We've got our predictions of what Bitcoin's going to get to 120K and maybe 140, maybe 150. And then that bull case scenario, right, we saw yesterday, 1.5 mil in 5 years. That's the stuff that makes more sense to me. With this kind of buy pressure that's coming over the next few years and the arms race we're going to see to hold buy Bitcoin, man, not priced in. Not priced in. I think it's going to shock people here. And then SBC Medical Group Holdings. Everybody wants Bitcoin, guys. Everybody. In fact, when you talk about your goals for the year, I said that my goal is one full Bitcoin. Man, it's got to be everybody's goal. It has to be. There's nothing more important than being a full coiner. You got to do it. You have to. It's a must. Everybody's coming for these things. 21 million Bitcoin, period, with something like 15% of that Bitcoin like lost forever. Gone. Out of circulation. Like never going to hit the market. It's not enough. It's not enough. Just think, don't even worry about trends and cycles in it. Just think basic supply demand. There's not enough to go around. Not enough for even every millionaire in the world to hold one Bitcoin. There's not enough. It's very obvious where this is going. And this is great too, guys. Fold and Visa. They already offered a crypto credit card. And I think this was just in the EU. It might be expanded at this point, but this is awesome. Creating a Bitcoin reward credit card. I love that. So go spend. And not your typical rewards. No, instead, you're getting Bitcoin as your reward. Love that. Adoption's here, man. This is the mass adoption cycle, by the way. Make no mistake, it is. But it's meme coins that's really to get these guys on chain. It is. People that go spend with their credit card and get a little Bitcoin, awesome. It's great. And again, the ETF's great. But the casino, the lotto tickets, the gambling, the degeneracy, everybody loves that. I don't care if people like crypto, don't like crypto. They love gambling. Everybody loves gambling. And it's meme coins that bring these people in. It's the easiest, funnest, most relatable way to gamble now because, look, if you think of tickers as a hashtag, still my favorite thing I've heard in a while here, that tickers are the new hashtag. Well, then there's going to be a ticker that applies to everybody. You can have tickers non-crypto focused, right? That's it. Everyone's going to find tickers that apply to them that they like. And then through something like MoonPay or Moonshot, they come in. They play with us. They finally get their ass on chain here. It's beautiful stuff. Yeah, that card. Wait, was that an image of the card? Did they show it? Wait, is that it? Oh, that's fucking beautiful. It's a good-looking card. Man. I'm glad you pointed that out. It's awesome looking. Man, really cool. Really cool. And then finally, guys, I'm actually going to move quickly to NFTs because there's a lot of NFT news. A lot. And man, I can't wait for Pudgy Penguins to start ramping up their news. I think these guys are going to cook. Absolutely cook. But, okay, Jupiter had an announcement yesterday. Starting on Monday, they begin their buybacks. Yeah, they're buying back a ton of Jupe. A ton of Jupe. And as you see here, they're going to lock it for 3 years. So 50% of their protocol fees, dude, goes right to buying back Jupe. That's a spicy token, man. If we had more time, and maybe I will in a bit, might pull up that chart. Jupe's a really interesting play. Really interesting play. Anyway, we'll see next week what that does for token price. It's good. By the way, I used to not like projects sweeping floors and buy. I used to not like that stuff, and now I'm like, no, it's a mechanism that actually can work. Right? We're in a part of this cycle. Actually, we're just in a part of this life of crypto and NFTs where people understand utility's not really a thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know it is in some projects, but like utility is not a big enough thing or a big enough draw to like have these projects living off of the utility and keeping prices where we want them, right? Based on utility. It's not, you need to do the buyback stuff. I'm okay with projects sweeping floors. I don't care if it's artificial. It helps. It helps those holders. It does. Hey, thank you for the Pengu, man. Thank you very much. All right, NFTs market actually with its best day in almost a week. Check that out. 16.8 million. That's cross-chain sales. By the way, Bitcoin tracking is a little behind, so we could probably safely say that there's another couple mil here in volume. Maybe we get to 20 mil. I'm not sure, and we could peek at Magic Eden and see. But sellers down yesterday, buyers down, transactions down, average sale price up. So that's why we actually have higher volume sales yesterday. Sales price makes up that difference from all of this. And then profits, I'm just going to assume we're in the negative because it's how we've been. And yes, $1 million in the negative yet again. Man, it's rough. It's supposed to be the best time of the year right now for NFTs, and we're just not. We're just not even close. Top collections move in this market. Pudgy Penguins on top, followed by D-Market, Courtyard, Azuki, Guild of Guardian Heroes, Bored Apes, Milady. We skipped these two. We've got Guild of Guardian Avatars, Mad Lads. What is up with autoglyphs? I need to spot check here. I mean, part of me feels like that's stuck on the screen, like cached, because like we're basically seeing an autoglyph sale every day, and that's kind of unusual. And I'm wondering if it's just like the same asset getting passed back and forth, but maybe it's not. Okay, and maybe it's, yeah, hang on. Yeah, I think that's stuck. Because if I look in activity, our last sale was 11 days ago, but something feels off here, right? I think this, let me refresh. Guys, I can look back at yesterday's video, but doesn't our top 10 look the exact same as it did yesterday and maybe the day before? All right, fuck it. I'm going to check. I'm sorry. I don't mean to waste your time with this, but I think that's broken. Maybe it's not broken, but let's check. We're going to look at yesterday's video, and I'm going to look at the top 10 there. I think it's the same as yesterday. Let's find out. Okay. Well, you know what? Fuck it. We'll look 2 days ago. It's probably the same. If so, yikes. Okay. Autoglyphs at 12. Courtyard is at 3 there. Let's see where Courtyard is right here. Dude, it's completely fucking stuck. All right, hang on. Let me give the team a heads up. It dawned on me. I'm like, something looks wrong here. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just that like these projects aren't moving much. You know, like consistent volume. But the autoglyph thing is pretty clear. Azuki, yeah, 757 mil in sales. 700, yeah, or excuse me, 1,000. Yeah, that's busted. Hang on. Apologies for the silence here. Okay, we're cool. All right, so disregard the leaderboard. I'm actually curious to see when we get it refreshed what it looks like who's actually up there. We'll check back on that after. It's probably a quick fix. Now, this is updating. This is accurate here. This is our top sales in the past 24 hours. Tech Hero, thank you. CryptoPunk 2550. 125 ETH, really nice hoodie punk. We caught this second half of yesterday's show. That just kind of rolled in. Yeah, it's a nice punk. Super clean. $331,000. It's a nice punk. This guy here looks a bit like the 90cc. You remember the punk giveaway they just did? Right, for the black box holders? Black box holders. That might be that punk. That might have got flipped real quick. I know the hat trait is the same. Not sure about the face, but anyway. Good looking stuff here. Nice doodle sale for almost 15 ETH. There you go. But that punk is the big one. And then a quick heads up on Bitcoin. We have a big mint coming. A really big one. Now we saw some new OMBs getting inscribed. And even more happening now. We have OMB Black Eyes getting inscribed on the Bitcoin blockchain. So we have a new sale coming here. And look, it's not cheap, but if you can swing it, it's usually a pretty interesting play here on OMBs. I don't know the supply on these things, by the way. But here you see 0.021 Bitcoin. So we're talking about, let's just say about $2,000. About two. So we're talking almost, about an ETH, maybe 0.75 ETH for one of these. This mint is coming on the 25th. So in 11 days here, we'll keep our eyes on that. But usually OMB is something that you might want to get your hands on. So we'll keep an eye on that. That's a really, really big mint though, guys. NFT Paris. We were expecting big announcements there. Doodles giving us exactly that. We've got the official announcement of their token here. I actually like it a lot, guys. Token's called Dude. You know what's funny? It's like one of those things that seems kind of obvious, right? Right? You're thinking of token names, what would work, what's unique, whatever. I wouldn't have thought of Dude at all. But it's perfect. I actually think it's perfect. So here we go. Dude is the official ticker, the official token of Doodles. What are they going to do with it? What's it going to look like? What's the supply and all that good stuff? Let's get into that for a minute. I don't know how much I love this, by the way. I don't know. I don't know how well I think it's going to do here. Where's our tokenomics breakdown? I can tell you this. There's our breakdown. 10 billion supply. It is launching on Solana. Interesting choice here. And I don't know how I feel about that. Actually, I'll share what I feel about it. I want to hear what you guys think about that too. And it will, in the future, bridge over to Base. 68% goes to the community here, and let's look at that breakdown here. 30% to the Doodles community, 13% to other communities, 25% to the ecosystem. So I think ecosystem is part of the community. I think. And then 17% for the team, 10 for liquidity, 5 for the company. Like, breakdown is fine here. 1 year cliff, 3 year vesting. All that sounds okay. All of it sounds okay, guys. The strange part to me is launching this on Solana. And this is where I start questioning, is that weird? Is it fine? It is just what it is ultimately my take on this. I'll tell you that. Thank you for the Pangu. Appreciate you. Right. So Doodles now are an ETH project who also at some point migrated or launched more NFTs over on Flow, who then decided to move over to Base, who now are moving to Solana, and then we'll come back to Base. Look, it's kind of weird. And also, does it matter? Maybe it's one of those things, first off, it doesn't matter. Why fight it? It's basically launching your product where the product makes sense. If you're launching a token, I mean, man, I like Base a lot. We're launching our token on Base. It's a great ecosystem, especially for AI. But a token like this, like a meme coin, is, volatility saying, why Solana? Too many chains for people to keep track of. Big mistake. Look, if there's enough tools and bridges that are simple and you don't have to keep jumping from thing to thing to thing, then fine. Right? If the Doodle site has a bridge right on it, then great. But as soon as you start making it multiple wallets to juggle and multiple protocols or platforms you got to get on to get your funds here, then to here, then to here, right? That's when it starts getting a little tricky. It's when it starts getting to be a little much. And so I wonder, is it a mistake? Well, probably the bigger mistake would be launching in an ecosystem that doesn't have liquidity and that traders don't want to go to. And I can say this at least. Again, I like Base. It's hard to get moving over there. Right? It's hard to get traction over there. Bridging and then swapping and I get it. It's a challenge. Most of us are on Solana at this point. So all in all, it's fine. It is what it is. Probably better that they focused on one ecosystem. But the fact that they're already there. By the way, Choina, yes, Avagachi's doing exactly this too. They already, dude, why did they abandon Geist? I mean, Avagachi went from Polygon to then this Arbitrum, like L3, their Geist chain, and they're already moving on from that. It's interesting. And, dude, Avagachi should go to Ronin. I think Ronin makes a ton of sense for those guys. But, right back to Base. Dude, it's a very interesting ecosystem right now. Everybody's, like, fighting to be the chain or establish themselves as, a top dog chain. It's this is a period of growth, ultimately, is what's happening. And everybody throwing these elbows, figuring out, again, trying to get their spot. I'm fine with this ultimately, but to volatility's point, it can't be confusing for the user. Otherwise, they're just going to sit back, maybe not touch it. Any other details here? Let's see. Token breakdown. Look, utility is going to matter a ton. Thank you, Big. Utility is going to matter. What are they going to do with the token? What are holders going to do with the token? What's going to bring more attention? What's going to make people buy the token? That's actually all that people are asking for. What brings more eyes and what's going to get people buying the token? Look, Doodles were on a really interesting path here with their partnerships with, like Lil Yachty and Coil Ray and, I mean, just huge, the who's who of the music industry. That was great stuff. That was the path they were on. They had their awesome animation, right? Their little short Doodlesville in the Doodleverse. Awesome. They got their Doodle Studio. And then that partnership with McDonald's, huge. Look, you get your stuff at the, with McDonald's putting your brand out there. Look, you do have a big audience potentially for your token, but then getting rid of their CEO who might have been part of making that stuff happen. Now I start questioning where those buyers are coming from. Choina saying too much friction. This is going back to the Geist blockchain. Too much friction, and the L3s are not really working. Interesting. Ronin in discussion, but are they settled on base? Like Ronin's not going to happen? And volatility. Another companion NFT would make more sense for holders as opposed to a token. Yeah, look, this is an attention economy. What are Doodles going to do that keeps attention? Okay, I'll say this. As much as we might not like the jumping from chain to chain, at least when those things happen, at least it gets people talking about you. And it kind of is only attention that matters. Also, if you're on one platform and you need to move somewhere else, maybe even just to sell, and it's too many hurdles, you might be stuck in that chain, which kind of sometimes okay, relieves some selling pressure. It just, it is what it is. So now this is going to be the fun part, is people speculating on what's the airdrop going to be worth. So some speculation here that an OG Doodle gets like a $30,000 drop. I don't know what market cap they're factoring in here. Duplicators maybe about $2,000, an uncommon duplicator $4,000, a rare like $6,000. We'll see. I'm hoping there's more in their ecosystem that gets the drop too. If you guys remember, I can pull these up. I'll pull them up. Jason, thank you, man. Good morning. Let me pull this up because I made a little bet, nothing crazy. I made a little bet in the Doodles ecosystem. Here, let's see. Hey, what are these? Oh, some spam Barachain mints. Yeah, I'll take it. Bunks. Interesting. It's probably a scam, right? Whatever. They're free. Okay, in Doodles, they have these certified viral like mints. Right? They're like these open edition art pieces. And I played that hoping that when the Doodles do their TGE, maybe these guys get a little something too. So I bought like dozens and dozens of editions of these, and maybe it's not going to play out, right? It probably won't. But you never know. Like if they pay for themselves when these things were probably a couple cents, right? They were dirt cheap. Then maybe it plays out. If it's a $100 drop, great. Pays for them. So we'll see. And I bet you there might be a little bit of an opportunity there too. I mean, if we look at prices here, they're basically free, right? Huge additions. They might get a token. Might. So worth checking that out. DeYank, good morning, man. Choina base looking like the winner, but community pushing for Ronin. Yeah, I like Ronin a lot. Yeah, that'd be a cool place to see him. Okay, we'll keep our eyes on the Doodles ecosystem. That feels like it's coming pretty soon. Now, hopefully they're going to wait and time it for this market, like when the market picks back up. It's what people would hope for, right? But probably soon. Probably pretty darn soon here. All right, now yesterday's big news. This one's spicy, by the way. All right, so start of the show, you guys were letting me know that the OS 2 beta, OpenSea 2 beta's live. Anybody can go on there now and start trading. And I do think point farming is live, even if they haven't given out like the breakdown of how much points equal what. Like we don't have any great details here yet, but people can go on OpenSea, check out OS 2, It is nice, by the way. It's a nice platform. I'm not going to go there now because I actually always switch back to OS 1. I mostly use OpenSea to view my wallet and then check for upcoming drops. And I can't even find on OS 2 where to see upcoming drops. But either way, live now, tons of chains, 14 chains. Flow, Ape Chain, Sonium, weird choice there. Barachain, pretty interesting. Native cross-chain purchasing is interesting. 5.5% marketplace fee. No swap fees on the platform, at least at launch time. That's pretty cool. And then we're going to get rewards. But then also during the show, this was the big thing, is we got the ticker. We got the official OpenSea ticker. It is C. I like that. I do. They got a great name. And here we go. Now, we've got some awesome details here. There's a lot here that's good. Historical OpenSea usage is going to matter, not just recent activity, right? So if you traded in 21 and 22, it's going to count for something. We don't know how much, by the way, but it's going to count for something. And if you are here in the States, you are going to get to claim, which is also great. Of course, we're wondering, did they pivot from what we heard last week? Right? Was last week actually real and they changed it? Or was that, like Devin Finzer was saying, like, was that just some, like, a template they used? And I don't think any of us know, but we'll take them at their word for right now. If you're here in the States, you can claim, no VPN needed. Now, this gets interesting, too, if they're talking now about sustainability and building, and they're here to build. Couple thoughts on that, to be honest. Like I question it. I do question that a bit. We don't know when the token's dropping yet. They're going to probably watch this market and time it right. I think that's all they're saying here. But Devin Finzer was on Thread Guy's show last night. And they talked about a lot of stuff, by the way. And Thread Guy asked some good questions, like why token now, and how have you felt about Blur, and what was that like? Volatility, OS Hail Mary to steal attention from Blur and Magic, right? And I'm glad they're taking advantage. Like they have an opportunity to yank. Welcome to Abstract. It's good to see you, man, and thank you. This is a great chance for them to steal some mind share and some market share, and I think they're missing the ball here. You saw before, they didn't say Solana. Solana is coming, though. They didn't say Bitcoin, and I don't think Bitcoin is coming. That's a big mistake. I think that's a big mistake on their part. But basically, when he's talking to Thread Guy, they basically said their problem was they were way too big, had too many people, and maybe it wasn't the right people. So at this point, OpenSea is a much smaller team, and they're very lean. And it actually, like Devin said, it's a team of builders. Look, we haven't seen that yet. OS2, maybe. If OS2 is a sign of what's to come, it is nice. So maybe this is a different OpenSea, and they are here to build. We'll see here. We do have another problem, though, and Beanie pointing out something that I think is like a little insider knowledge he has. I don't know if this is true, okay? So Beanie has heard, first off, I think he heard that the US ban and the VPN block, all that stuff, he was right on that from insider knowledge. And that they adjusted the method. They adjusted the game plan based on the feedback out there. Now Beanie's saying that 50% of the token is going to the team and investors, which might be a lot. I'm going to tell you, I actually don't agree. Look at what the Trump team did with their token. If you can hold a big chunk of the supply, you can control that at the start. And even Shaw's been leaning into this lately too. Shaw talking about, like, man, these tokens end up being worth nothing. And the teams actually don't make much off these unless they hold a big allocation. And you don't want the team holding it and dumping right out of the gates. Of course, that's terrible too. It kills the token. But incentivize that team to stick around and build and drive value to that token over years. I don't have a problem with the team holding 50%. The investors, I get it. They need something too. And I still think ultimately that's the point of the coin. It's to, get their VCs a little bit of a payday here. But I actually prefer them holding. I do. I think 50% is okay. I think we need to rethink what these drops need to look like because, guys, clearly what we've been doing for the past year here in meme coins, it doesn't work. Like, that's not sustainable. It's fun. It's fun playing the casino, but I don't think that's sustainable if we want people building here. Ponderbin, thank you, man. Appreciate you. So I don't hate this. By the way, Devin coming out and saying this is not true too. So I don't know, dude. You know what's weird? Someone's lying. You know what I mean? Like, somebody's lying. I don't think this is a miscommunication, and I'll tell you, I think it's Devin that's lying. I get really bad vibes from that guy. Also, things I hear from Henry. I think Devin's lying. I think that guy might be full of shit. Like, excuse me. If I were a betting man, I'd say Devin's full of shit. Okay. Regarding Solana NFTs, it is coming. This is Devin with Thread Guy here. Let's get that audio going. He gives, dude, I don't have good vibes.
What's the deal with Solana support?
Solana tokens are currently browsable, but trading is coming soon.
Like soon? Because that's a must,
Pretty
dude.
soon.
We need Sol.
There's been so much that we wanted to add. We were like, okay, we got to nail a couple really good things for launch. We know we're going to get a bit of hate for not having Solana out the gate, but it is what it is, and we'll add it ASAP.
What's the deal with
All right. So, again, they're doing a lot of the right things here. They are. He's saying the right stuff. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. Now, here's another good thing they're doing. I think this came also maybe from the Thread Guy stream. You guys ever bought an NFT on OpenSea and then you see the flag show up? It turns out it was a stolen asset. And then you can't sell the thing. You can't fucking sell the thing on OpenSea. Like, you're stuck. You as the buyer who had nothing to do with it. You're the one who's screwed. I think that's bullshit. I think it's bullshit. Oh, hang on. Let me hit. Some of these comments are great. OS probably underwater from VC's 300 million. Like, they raised a fuck ton of money. China points farming fatigue is real. Yes. A lot of bad blood. The VCs are making them launch that token. I mean, for sure. Way too many insincere people here in crypto. Yes. Gravity, dude. Great to fucking see you, man. Hope you're enjoying your trip, man. I don't buy Devin's. I don't buy it at all. Anyway, I like this. Remove the flags. I have one NFT I bought that was stolen. And it wasn't stolen when I bought it, of course. It's a Rafiq Anadol edition. It wasn't cheap. I mean, it wasn't crazy, a few $100, but I bought it, thought I got a screaming deal. And then 5-10 minutes later, a flag shows up. Crazy. That's one of the worst things OpenSea has done, is flagging those things and making them non-tradable. That's getting fixed. So I do like that. So, all right, let me show you. Henry's in Dark Henry mode. If you don't know, Henry the Great from CyberKong's my younger brother. Not a fan of OpenSea at all. I mean, more than that. Fucking hates OpenSea. And you guys know Henry. And obviously I do. Man, he's like the best dude. He's like the best dude. Thank you guys for the Pangu. Good morning. Thank you. He's the best. And I take him at his word for anything he says. And he said on this show what he's basically saying here. KYC with them to your own demise. Now, maybe they're not going to do KYC, and I hope they don't. But what Henry's been hinting at here for a while is OpenSea SEC. And Henry's got a lot of insights into that because CyberKong's Wells noticed they've been dealing with the SEC for like a year and a half. OpenSea is giving your user data to them. OpenSea is giving it to them. They're not fighting it. That's what Henry is hinting at here. They're straight up cooperating with the SEC. They're not fighting. When they could fight, doesn't mean that they wouldn't ultimately have to turn it over anyways, but they didn't even fight. They just handed it right over. So I have a feeling, I don't even know because I'm not asking him this direct, and I don't know if he would tell me, but I have a feeling with the Kong's investigation here, SEC probably says, hey, OpenSea, tell us this, and this. And OpenSea hands it right over. And guys, the SEC did go after not just the Kongs, but they went after community members. They went after community members to get info on Kongs and to get like insights into Discord and stuff. They did. And OpenSea just gave them the keys to that. They gave them user data. There's, I know some names. And OpenSea went right after users, like people just holding Kongs, not Kong's team members, just people who held Kongs. And I wonder if they got that person's name and data because OpenSea gave them IP addresses, which they have. Every time you connect your wallet, by the way, to a site, guys, your IP is logged, just so you know. Anytime you got to connect your wallet, that's what's happening. And from there, they can probably figure out a lot. So OpenSea sounds like they're turning that shit right over, just so you guys know. That's why Henry's so fired up about this stuff. It's good to know. Hey, I'm still going to claim the token. I'm doxxed. I don't care, right? But they're giving your user info over. Okay, we'll move on from that. Let's get to some more FUD. That was more fuddy than I meant it to be, by the way. I mean, what can you do? But I mean, I'm excited about the OpenSea token, believe it or not. Frank D. Gods, dude. What an arc this guy is on, right? I don't even know how I feel about Frank lately. I want to believe he's a good guy and that he's a great trader. I want to believe it, but is he? Is he? Anyway, community timeline's going nuts about this guy lately. And here we go. Actually, no, let me hit that comment first. It's worth getting that context. Royd's here saying, I see Frank keeps crashing out. Seems like he doesn't understand why people hate him. No, you know what? We can jump right to. You guys know the story, Frank. We know we know the Frank drama. Frank's saying, dude, this is wild. Kind of. You should move on. I'm never going to push D-Gods like I did in 2022. Been saying this for a year. I think that's crazy, kind of. Look, you don't have to push it like that. And I agree with this part. There's nothing I could do that'll make you happy. Yep. That's a struggle. Every project here. It's a crazy, there's nothing these builders can do that's going to like drive up price. It's not, the price of these things has nothing to do with these builders. It has to do with the market. Like nobody wants NFTs right now. Or if they want them, it's at a different value than we want because we're still in the hole for the most part. So I agree with Frank. There's nothing he can do that's going to make that price go up. There's not. Part of that, my thought, guys, the supply's too big. If you had a tiny ass supply, that's different. But 10,000 and he's got another collection of like 10,000. Like there's nothing he can do at all. Hunk, thank you. And right above that, thank you. So I agree with him. I get where that comes from. And he brings up some great comparisons. Pangu, anime, Cole does everything is down. There's nothing you can do. But I don't think you should be talking like you're abandoning the thing. He didn't say abandon. He just said not going to push like 2022. It gets interesting. It is a whole other conversation, right? It's how long do these guys have to stay tied to it? Should these guys be tied to this thing for their life? And man, I say no way. These guys don't owe us anything. What's tricky is there's no rules here. And so we call something the rug if somebody launches and they're gone the next day. But Frank's launched and 4 years later he's kind of gone now, but it's like what's that magic time frame that it's okay for them to move on? Like we could probably agree a day in, probably not okay. 4 years, man, I think he did everything he could. And I think even gave his community a really good way to get out, right? With the 404s, right? Give him a fungible token. He did everything he can, I think, to help. But what else is a guy like that supposed to do? Now, Frank is a trader. I still think questionable, but I don't know. Like, again, I want to believe he's a good guy, but people do bring up good evidence. Maybe it's weak evidence. I don't know, but it's still evidence here. Frank is a trader. Is he as good a trader as we think he is? Or does Frank benefit from people just copy trading him? Plus, he's probably a good trader on top of that. And man, I know the guy works too, like in the trenches working. But this stuff is interesting. So Full Send just 2 days ago, right? That's that token that was CTO'd by like the Nelk boys or bros or whatever the fuck they're called. As soon as Frank bought Full Send, Cluster out there starts dumping, right? Those wallets that dumped bought 2 days before. So it's somebody that scooped it up with insider info immediately after Frank buys and the copy traders come rushing in. Those bundles start getting dumped. That is pretty fucking sus. And how do you pin that on Frank? You can't, but you can start looking for patterns like that. And I do think with Frank, people are starting to notice those kind of patterns more and more. Could just be people surrounding Frank, right? It could be. I don't know. But is this one of those things where there's smoke, there's fire? And I don't know. Beanie, I do like his take. Common scenario in NFT land. When you start a project, community expects you to be tied forever. And he's right. It's because the space is founder driven. Yes. But yeah, unrealistic. These guys can't be tied for life. They can't. It's not fair to these guys. It's not. Kwang, good morning. It's not. You got to give these guys a way to get out here. But this is a good reminder for all of us. we need to be careful what we're investing in and like who we're investing in. And maybe it has more to do with the why. This dude here, OG General, spent one fucking Bitcoin on one of these Bitcoin D-gods, right? Like a whole Bitcoin. That's $100,000 right now. $100,000 he bought this thing for. And what are they worth? Let's peek. What are those things worth? I mean, a fraction of that? We need to be, dude, we just got to be way smarter with what we're buying and at what prices. Good Lord, NodeMonk's at 0.055. Hey, about being smarter with what we buy, I think that's pretty damn spicy. I really do. Bitcoin, wait a second. Is this really them? Dude, is this really the big... Wow. Dude, wow. Dude, he bought that D-God for 1 Bitcoin, and the floor is 0.02. That's fucking brutal. That's unfucking believable, guys. Now, maybe did he have a rare? He might have had a rare. Maybe, but either way, like, dude, you don't get any more down bad than that. That's brutal. Yo, guys, thank you so much, guys. Wow. I appreciate you all. The Pangu's wild. Thank you. Speaking of, dude, this is not, I want to remind people, I know Sir Riley, it's crazy. You could probably bookmark this, just a heads up. Like, okay, sometimes I change the stream link on Abstract. I'm trying to keep the same one for the most part, but just so you guys know, on YouTube, this is always going to be streaming on Abstract as well. And by the way, on Abstract, I go live before the show. 30 minutes, maybe 10 minutes just before, just to say GMs and hang out. So a reminder there. And anybody new watching on Abstract, just a heads up, this is a 7 days a week show. We've been doing this for a year and a half. Every day of the week, we're live covering everything in the market. If you need to keep up with it, if you miss an episode, you can catch everything. You can go back and rewatch them over on YouTube. It's SlamX Official. So you can find us there. And then, man, I always go to my shill mode once a show now, don't I? You can follow us at CryptoSlam.io. And you can follow me at Hudah_idiot. But a lot of new people coming from Abstract, which I love. So appreciate you guys dropping in. Man, D-Gods, yikes. Yikes. All right, Luca Nets, I need to talk about him more because he's so great, but I think their news is coming fast and furious now. I do. In fact, did they just have their party? Did they just do their party in Paris here, like last night? Or is it maybe tonight? Either way, Pudgy Penguins got an event in Paris, so I'm looking forward to that. Here is, I love this. We'll play the whole clip, I think, but here's Farouk interviewing Luca Nets, which, two great guys. Really like these guys.
I think the thing I want you guys to hold me accountable here is over the next year, Abstract's going to flip on a dime. I think it's going to be the biggest L2 by a Texas mile.
Agreed.
I think we're going to do something from a consumer perspective that nobody else has done. Whether you believe it now or not, it doesn't really matter to me. It's going to happen. I think the second one is I think Pudgy Penguins and Pengu are going to break through in a way that if you thought the last couple of years have been great, I think this year is going to be our biggest and best year by a Texas mile. I think what we're going to do for the space from a partnership, from a gaming perspective, from a headline perspective, is bar none to any other year that you've seen from us. And so I want you guys to hold me accountable. When I come here next year, I want you guys to look at me and it be on the backs of, I think, one of the greatest chain and onboarding stories crypto's ever seen. And I think one of the most prolific IP story that crypto's ever seen. With what we're going to do on the Pudgy Penguins and Pengu side. So hold me accountable this time next year. If those two things are not true, I want somebody to stand up and call me out for everyone to see.
Go.
Love that.
Fucking go. He is, man. Dude, he is doing something really fucking special. He really is. Like the strongest IP we have in all of Web3. I mean it. It really is that. I mean, it's what's bigger, Doge? You know what? Like they're bigger than Bored Apes now. They are. By the way, this is awesome. When I was just talking about bookmarking the stream, but later today we get landing pages. So I'll actually have a page here, which I cannot wait. Yo, thank you over there, Noe. Thank you, sir. Landing pages, moderation tools, dedicate. Yes, this is awesome. Been needing that. Really looking forward to this stuff. So GG's to Finn, who I need to get Finn's ass on this show. Really want to get that guy on here. But dude, Luca, is so goddamn smart. What an excellent team. I have no doubt. Look, I still think Pengu flips Sheev. I think it makes a ton of sense. I do. Maybe it takes a few years, and I would expect it does, but it's going to be in that conversation this cycle, and the flipping will happen out there. It will. But Giga bullish on Abstract. I still think Pengu might be the token of Abstract, by the way. We'll see. Myriad Markets on Abstract. Predictions market. I love it. We got the Pengu. Actually, I don't think it's a Pengu event, but we have this poker night tomorrow night. Is it like 12 Eastern time, actually? Like right smack dab in the middle of the day? I think it might be. But we've got this poker tournament. Luca Nets is going to be there. Farouk is going to be there. A big old Pengu prize pool. And, man, there's going to be a big old Pengu burn tomorrow with this event, which is nice. Pudgy Penguins replying back they're going to do it. Yeah, Luca too. Yeah, big old Pengu burn coming tomorrow. So the event should be fun. I'll be watching that. They are streaming that on Abstract. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. I love it. Hang on. Scorpion. Thank you, man. I always got to look. I can barely read the names here. Yeah, Myriad Market cooking. Love the platform. Yeah, I just love the Abstract ecosystem. It's great. And if people are underwhelmed so far, I think this is kind of by design. I do. I think they got some big guns they're getting ready to break out. And by the way, actually, this kind of is leading into it. Okay, I think Luca's got something wild up his sleeves. Like maybe a big purpose of this chain, or at least a purpose or function. Okay, check this out. Kato. Kato just announced their token officially. It's called Kato. I love this stuff. Man, everybody should be ramping up their tweeting, by the way, because Kato has proven that you can make a really good amount of money just from tweeting. Literally just from tweeting. Now, we're waiting to get tokenomics here. All we got here is just the official announcement that Kato's coming. It's probably coming soon, okay? So we're keeping our eye out for that. But the reason I bring up Kato is because of this. Story Protocol. Guys, this is, man, I think this is super fucking spicy. This is a whole other blockchain, right? Story Protocol, they have their IP token. But what it is, guys, it's a blockchain that really focuses around IP, intellectual property, and monetizing it, which gets me starting to think about Overpass IP, something Luca was ahead of the game in building, right? We've got Overpass IP. We've not heard much about it now, but man, we've got AI right now. I actually showed this on the AI show yesterday. We've got people being sued for training their LLMs and their agents and all that on copyrighted material. You can't do it. I know everybody does it right now, but you can't do that. And these lawsuits are going to start coming in fast and furious. You can't do it. You need to get permission to train your stuff on copyrighted material. And how do you do that at scale with a way, picture how things work right now, how that would work and the legal documents involved and the slowness and all the red tape. It's impossible. But man, it's one of these things that we often overlook because it's right in front of our face and we use it all the time, is how much easier blockchain makes it to transact and to be able to facilitate something like that, like getting access to like lease or own IP. That's the purpose of this blockchain. Bring your IP on chain, tokenize it as an RWA. It's probably an NFT. But through this blockchain, you can then monetize it. Oh, you're training your LLM and you want to train it on this data set? Let's even use CryptoSlam data. You want to train it on this data? Well, you buy an NFT that represents what? A project's data or a blockchain's data. You lease that or you buy the access to it, and maybe you're buying it in their IP token, and boom, that's your permission. That's our compensation for it. The agreement's on chain, and it all happens with a click. That's what these guys are solving here, and I think it's incredible.
We weren't the first to think,
I'm not going to play this whole thing.
leaving us with nothing but scraps. But when IP becomes a secure foundation that others can build, unleashed a digital Goliath.
There's
the fruits of our labor.
There was one comment in here that stood out to me.
That feeds on the fruits of our labor. One that
Fuck it, whatever. Point there though is we're running back something that happened last cycle. Royalties and ownership, right? And it didn't really materialize last cycle. I wonder if this is finally the right time. And I think it largely has to do with AI. So like I'm watching Story. I'm also starting to think, is the Story protocol, is that kind of what Abstract is going to be maybe not known for, because there's going to be tons of stuff on Abstract, but is Overpass coming over to Abstract? And are they going to build out a very similar ecosystem right on Abstract? And man, if I am a betting man here too, I kind of think yes. This really has got my attention. Look at this, 1.4 million views on this thing. Like, this is getting people's attention here. I think this is kind of a big deal. It's a $61 trillion ecosystem right now, IP is. And to be able to tokenize it and buy it, or lease it or whatever, but monetize, dude, there's something here. This is one of those things that gets the spidey senses going. It really is. Thank you guys for the Pengu. It really is. So I'm really watching that. I'm really watching that. Now, the way I'm tying that to Cato, guys, if you had Yaps, if you were on Cato, you got an IP little stimmy. I don't tweet much, guys, right? I don't tweet too much. And I'm fortunate to have something like 40 Yaps. I ended up getting a like 350 IP token claim. It was like $350 for very little. Like, I do very little, and man, it's just got me realizing we all need to be tweeting a lot more. We've seen these guys getting these $1,000 paydays, and it's happened multiple times. I think Anime Coin, people got a few $1,000. There was another coin, I think, last week, and some guys were getting like 6-7 grand. Maybe it was the Barra chain stuff. And if that wasn't through Cato, it at least shows you how valuable your marketing, by you tweeting how valuable it is to people, and they're willing to pay. They are. You got to start tweeting. You got to start picking it up. Everybody's got this opportunity right now. Well worth doing. By the way, if you do have those Yaps, like if you are on that platform, go check if you got that token, by the way. You probably got a token claim. Again, it's worth a few $100 for free. Beanie's showing us here that this is great. He's saying no hype on the timeline. I don't know that I fully agree. I've been watching, so maybe it's just on my my timeline, but I did see a decent amount about story. Opens at a $2 billion FDV. Yeah, these infrastructure plays are the plays. And by the way, spoiler, over in AI, same thing. It's why we're building infrastructure. That is the plays, man. Infrastructure here. All right, we'll move through our last couple topics real quick here. Near Protocol, my God, I hope you guys saw this yesterday. Incredible things. Good advice here from Near Protocol. Use one laptop for personal stuff. Use another for crypto and work. That's the takeaway. Can I show here? Oh, I can show this. They blocked it out. Okay, Near Protocol had a stream. They've taken the stream down. Fucking amazing things. Okay. They're doing a dev stream. They're getting people coming up, showing off their projects. And they bring a dev up, and he's talking his project, and he shares his screen, and oopsie. This guy right here. Yeah, he's got a little prawn. Fucking goofball. So funny, dude. Hades, dude, thank you, man. Dude, it's fucking hilarious. It was so awkward, too, if you checked out that stream. So awkward. Both of them start covering their face, and they're like, this dude's like sweating his ass off. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, it's funny, dude. So, like, OX Quit replies to one of these tweets and says, in the past 24 hours, more people have deployed to this video than to Near. And then Near in turn thought it would be a good idea to fire back. VP of Yuga Labs, careful you don't lose your Bored Ape to a D-tier phishing link. Bro has no idea who Quit is. Imagine saying something so stupid to Quit. And if you don't know, Quit is a gangster. Like, incredible dev, incredible builder. He's no fucking idiot. To a comment like that to Quit, dude, it scares me a little to think somebody at this level, Near Protocol, doesn't know who Quit is. Like, it's not even an insult. It's laughable, right? And I love it. Quit firing back. Spicy. This thread did not get as good as I was hoping it did. Like, this could have been gold. But, I don't know. Tweets deleted. It's kind of dead. Man, there was so much potential here. At the very least, we got some lulls for a few. I mean, geez. Never a dull fucking moment here, right? Right? Fucking Henry's like on a tear here. Incredible things. All right, there's so much more going on. Let me grab a couple other stories that I had pulled off to the side. There's some Matt Fury drama. Man, what do we want to hit? You know what? Let's do Taproot Wizards. So they're also out at Paris, right? Doing their own party. Dude, I don't know exactly where this is coming from. And maybe it's a nothing burger, or look, if they're putting out a little promo like this, it does get me wondering maybe are Taproot Wizards coming in March? I don't know. But they're definitely ramping up comms and they're definitely ramping up, I don't know. They're just ramping up in general. You can kind of feel it. Oh, hang on. Some funny comments here. Cutie, IP was hard in 2022. This solves it. Yeah. The Story Founders with Snacks. I'll definitely go back and listen. That's awesome. Would love to hear that. I want to get them on this show too. I would love that. And then Mice. I've seen some super smart people make some foolish mistakes. Yeah. Yeah. So keeping our eyes on Taproot Wizards. Maybe dropping. Maybe in March. Would be really cool. Kindred, again, I'm trying to get these guys on the show next week. I think it's happening. So stay tuned for details about that. Like, really cool project. It's an abstract project. Also dabbling in IP. I think I think IP is about to be the big old narrative again. And I really think Luke is about to do something very splashy with Overpass. It just feels right. This is just the Spidey sense stuff, but it's feeling like it's the time to strike there too. So stay tuned for this. Sui Play. This is just a whole bunch of random shit. Sui Play, this is that little handheld device over on the Sui blockchain. You are going to get, this is going to be like the Solana phone guys. By the way, this is not new. This has been announced like it's new. It's not. But supposedly, whole bunch of token airdrops are coming to people who hold this. I think this is $500. And it's probably, like, I don't know for sure, and of course not financial advice, but probably going to get probably more than that in token drops. Probably. Heidi's, thank you, man. Prince of Pangu, thank you again, man. Jeez. I want one of these. Look, if I can free up some funds somewhere, I would definitely get one of these. I would, because Sui, I think, is going to explode. I think we all believe that. And I would like the Solana phone, the thing that just keeps rewarding. It looks cool. So I want to put that on your radar. I have some friends who are very, knowledgeable about shit who have bought, 10, 15, 20 of these things. So just a heads up about where some people's heads are at. That might be a cook. All right, we got an update from OpenSea. What is this? Or, excuse me, Ethereum. Ethereum core devs and ecosystem leaders agree to accelerate future Ethereum protocol upgrades. Cool. I dig it. Man, Ethereum's a fucking dumpster fire lately. It's a bummer, man. I like ETH. I want to like ETH. I do, but not so great lately. I don't know. I don't fucking know. All right, we'll probably end here, but yeah, this is crazy. Okay, Bone. Fleabone, it's a character of Matt Fury, right? Matt Fury created a character. It's in one of his... He's got an animated series that I'm sure is awesome. Matt Fury is just incredible. But someone who actually knows Matt Fury, and he knows them, and they know each other IRL, is taking his character, launched a meme coin, and dude, he ain't happy. You can't do this to Matt. You can't fucking do this to Matt. Oh, wow, there's a lot here, huh? Let me see if we can actually... See if we can zoom in and read this a bit. Oh, maybe not. Hi, Matt. This is Dilla texting you from my other number. I figured you may have me blocked. Yeah, hang on. So here's what's up. Matt Fury is mad at these guys for putting out this token, but using his name. They had Matt Fury's name on their X account. They had Matt Fury's birth date on the account. They really made it seem like Matt Fury was launching this token. They really made it seem like it was his token, and Matt wanted nothing to do with that. Nothing. Really, these guys taking advantage. Now, they were talking about how, these guys, again, know him in person. These guys were at Matt Fury's home. Anybody who doesn't know, Matt Fury, the creator of Pepe the Frog, right? Legend. Matt telling him, you have no permission now and never have had permission to use my name or my characters for your projects. There's more, and I want to find the right thread where he's really... it really gets weird. These guys keep just replying how much they love him. And he's like, stop saying you love me. It's fucking weird. Interesting story. Actually, how's that token look? That's all that matters. What's the token worth? By the way, anybody see if Pain launched yet? I don't think it did, but... Oh, dude, nothing. This is a big old nothing burger. Like, not even 2 mil market cap. Bummer though. I mean, it feels bad when somebody's taking advantage of people, especially a guy like Matt Fury. Like, he's just a good dude. Right? He's a good dude. Like, crazy to see somebody do that to him. Again, somebody who knows, like, Matt Fury had them at his house. They know each other. And then these people took advantage. It's a real shame. DLR, thank you. And Anons, thank you. And Zen, thank you. You guys are very kind. So at the very least, pretty spicy story here. I don't think resolved yet or anything, but spicy. I'm watching because I like Matt Fury and I don't know. I just like drama. Maybe I just like drama. Maybe it's that. Okay, heads up, guys. We've got the AI show later today. That's going to be at 2 o'clock Eastern time. It'll be over here on Abstract. And, oh, hang on. Mystic. Trenches are wrecked. Believe in him. Yes, sir. Believe in Pengu. It's like my biggest conviction bet. Man, I believe. I fucking believe. So AI show, it's called the Swarm Report. AI focused. Yes, on Abstract. It'll be on YouTube as well. It'll be on X. Maybe a special guest today. A big agent launch that's coming. Actually, it launches today. So if you keep your eye out for whatever's the biggest agent launching today, that might be our guest. And if it's not today, it will be next week for sure. So we're just getting a time locked in that'll make sense. But the show, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Dude, excited for that. I'm really loving the AI thing. Now the weekend, this is a heads up. This weekend, I also stream. It'll be right here on Abstract on YouTube. It's not on SlamX. It's over on my own personal channel. You can find that at Inside NFTs. Actually, the handle's what? NFT LDR. But here you go. This is where I stream on the weekends, basically the same time, live at about 8 a.m. Eastern time, and I often go for, 3, 4, 5 hours lately. So you can subscribe to me over here. Very similar thing. We're just going through all the top stories, news, hanging out. We sometimes fire up a spaces with it too, so you guys come up and love when we do that, by the way. Love chatting with you guys about this stuff. So if you want to catch the weekend streams, well, you'll do it, same link here on Abstract, but again, on Inside NFTs on YouTube. Most importantly, though, guys, follow the Swarm_AI. It is our flagship AI agent. There is big news coming. Keep saying imminently. It's coming. It's very, very, very close. And I think you're going to like it. There's so much more I want to say, and I've had to bite my tongue for so long, but it's very exciting. Part of our Slam AI family. So you can follow that at SlamAI_XYZ. Check out the light paper if you want to get an idea of what's in this ecosystem. We got our Slam token coming. There's a lot coming here. Agent Launchpad, Slam Chain. It's a whole lot coming, guys. So check all that out. Mystic, thank you very much. Very, very kind of you. I think we'll call it there. Again, I'll see you at 2 p.m. Eastern time for the AI show. Guys, have a great fucking day. Why don't you do that? How about you do that? Have a great day. Happy Valentine's Day to you guys. I do genuinely fucking love you guys. We'll see you later. Peace, boys.